Speaking of using their props, the presidential debate was this week, the first one, maybe the only one, between Trump and Harris, which was, I couldn't watch it, if I'm honest. I watched the highlights and that was enough to get frustrated. But what's your take on it? They're trying to say in the mainstream that Trump lost the debate, whereas I just saw Trump talking and Harris laughing awkwardly and pretending to, she's so thick, that woman, clearly. Is it all for show?
Well, of course, it's all for show. It's a puppet show. That's what politics is, a puppet show, theatre. Mm-hmm. And I watched it, and it broke down as usual on black and white party lines. Those that support the Democrats in the media and in the public said she won it. I can't see how that's possible because, like you say, I mean, she's almost beyond moronic. And it's you look at the number of people there are in America who could run for president, who could be president. A lot of highly intelligent people, a lot of highly decent people who would want to do what was best for the population. But we're left with Trump v. Kamala Harris. I mean, and look at some of the others. Look at Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even know his name most of the time. You look at Boy George Bush.
Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton.
All of them. And so obviously they're not brought to power by their intelligence or their heart. They're brought to power because they are pawns of the hidden hand. But of course, around Trump, you've got all these people, Musk and the Silicon Valley mafia, around Peter Thiel and stuff, who have an AI agenda. And if Trump gets in, then that AI agenda will unfold. And lots of other things will unfold that, people, they look at Starmer in his first few weeks, right? And they say, well, I wasn't expecting this. Well, again, because you're not paying attention, it was like a meteor at close range what he was going to do when he got in. Because when he was talking about change, he never said what the change was. Just like Obama, I want change, I stand for change. And the thing is that, most people at any point are not having a good time and they want change. But so change becomes something that you sell, but you just don't tell them what the change is. And I saw a post on Twitter X today by Elon Musk, supposedly by Elon Musk, that said, if you want change, basically vote for Trump. Yeah, but what change? So you're looking at people who lie to you, tell you what you want to hear, don't tell you what you don't want to hear, and then when they get in, they do what you don't want them to do. I never thought you voted for. And that's what's going to happen with either of these people. So one of the big problems, of course, that Kamala Harris has is that she's doing her election campaign, reading her script written by someone else and saying, I will do this, I will do that, I will do, and it's like, but you've been vice president to Biden for 3.5 years. Yeah. Why haven't you done it already? And that was the point. It's a powerful point for electoral purposes that Trump made in his closing remarks here.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in. You believe in things like, we're not going to frack. We're not going to take fossil fuel. We're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world, they're laughed. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me. We're laughed at all over the world. They don't understand what happened to us as a nation. We're not a leader. We don't have any idea what's going on. We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt our entire military. She gave a lot of it away to the Taliban. She gave it to Afghanistan. What these people have done to our country, and maybe toughest of all, is allowing millions of people to come into our country. Many of them are criminals, and they're destroying our country. The worst president, the worst vice president in the history of our country.
It kind of reminds me of when he had the debate with Hillary Clinton. She was saying all of this, and he made the point then, you've been in government for like 30 years. Why haven't you done any of this then? You've only had you've got this experience, but it's only bad experience. And it's a similar principle with her, isn't it? You know, if you look back through her political career, back to when she was in California, it's car crash after car crash.
Yeah, car crash after car crash. You know, on the basis of what she is and what she's done, and the fact that she's been in government this past 3.5 years, you wouldn't vote for her. No. But the anti-Trump vote is there, divide and rule, and we'll see how it goes. But it's very clear what the oligarchs of Silicon Valley want.
But it could be a double bluff, I suppose, couldn't it? Because with her, they're going to get everything anyway. They're still, you know, under Biden, it didn't change. It still carried on the agenda, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, you see. This is why, you know, the idea of voting is just a mirage. It's because whether Trump gets in or whether Harris gets in, the same agenda will unfold. But the rhetoric will be different and the presentation will be different. For instance, I keep saying, you know, many times, you know, with the woke mentality, you'll get the AI connected to the human brain because it's going to make us gods, and it's going to give us all this fantastic awareness we don't had before and intelligence. And on the other side, the Trump side, where his base doesn't want this, it's inevitable. So we've got to fuse with machines, with AI, so that AI doesn't take over to the point where humans die out. And the outcome, both are the same. Humans are fused with artificial intelligence. So it's just a different route and a different rhetoric to the same end. And in the end, it's the population that need to change. I mean, instead of voting for Trump and giving their power to Trump, if the people that will vote for Trump just said, we're not going to cooperate from here on with our own enslavement and our kids' enslavement, then that would be a massive blow to the system that voting for Trump never will be.